Okay, so I'm recording a video about something that has happened recently amongst my friend group, which is really weird because, like, let's just call him Jake. So Jake, I hope I don't get demonetized for this. So Jake has, yeah, let's say he's been a bit nasty online, and I'm just going to talk about some crazy things if you just want to leave the, video real fast. So, I'm going to be talking about some, like, pedophilia, zoophilia, and the threatening of minors that Jake has done. And I'm just going to start off on the first thing, which you can leave now if you'd like. But right now, I am going to talk about what Jake has done. So right now, we're just going to talk about the threatening of minors. So recently, Jake has threatened one of my friends online. She is very young, let's just say she's very young. I'm not going to name who she is. So basically, online the other day, Jake kind of threatened my friend and called her very crude names that you shouldn't be calling someone. Which I'm not gonna even say these names at all because, like, no. And I don't want anybody just knowing her name specifically because her name is private. And I'd rather personally keep her identity safe. So basically, he was being very crude and disgusting to her, and calling her the utmost stupidest and rudest names someone can do. And he says he is 22 years old, and I'm just going to say her age, since, you know, she's young. She's gonna be 13 soon. And I'm not saying her name to review her identity again. As I said, I'm not going to review her name. But he called her very crude names and threatened her with these names, calling her in the past, you don't deserve to live, blah 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 blah, and that she should die. She's 12 years old. What the hell are you talking about? Hearing that, if I was 12, I would have a panic attack. And to continue on about this, this isn't the only minor he threatened that I know. He also threatened one of my other friends who were a minor. He was 17. Now he's 18. He's no longer a minor, but it was still bad at the time because he, which I will explain in another part, he also did that, which I'll explain later. So basically, he did something, my friend, he did something to make Jake mad. And he made Jake mad the other day too. for wanting to talk to his friend because his friend barely talks to him. Because Jake was always asking, trying to get his friend's attention. And so, let's call my friend DW. DW never got my other friend JC's attention like he used to, because they used to be friends for like 5 to 6 years, and let's say Jake was trying to act like he was more friends with JC than DW was, which kind of astonishes me because he tried to act like he was better friends to JC than DW was. DW gave him everything in the world almost, as he attempted to. Like, look, DW don't have a lot of money. He does not have a lot of money. And he worked his ass off just to, like, make JC feel better about himself. So, talking about this, Jake thought he was a better friend to JC than DW was, and was toxic to DW, saying he wanted to hear him be killed on call. This is on Discord too, which it's insane. So he was talking to his friend, "Oh, I want to hear DW be killed on call so I can hear him suffer for what he did." Basically, what I was talking about earlier, DW made him mad in the past, made Jake mad, because he embarrassed him for molesting him on an online game in front of someone that never tells anyone a thing. So Jake got mad at him and obliterated him for months, while basically DW said to his friend that joined the server that Jake molested him, and his friend, he didn't say a thing to anyone. So Jake got mad by this and decided to bash on DW for months, while he couldn't do anything about it. He tried to get him to stop. "I don't want to hear you anymore, just please stop talking to me like that, blah blah blah. I don't want to hear this." So basically, what Jake was saying to him was that he was glad his parents were dead or something, and that, oh, it's oh my god, that, so basically he was saying that, "Oh, I'm glad your parents are dead, blah blah blah, fatherless, motherless." And I noticed that became common amongst people online. So he was trying to call DW fatherless and motherless because, personally, I invited him over for a while, which, because he is parentless, and I did invite him to stay with me. He is parentless, and Jake decided to use this to his advantage because DW told him in the past, "Oh, my parents actually ditched me." So he used to have parents. I will say that. When I met him, he had parents. So Jake used this as advantage, and when he heard that he didn't have parents anymore, he decided to say, "Oh, I'm glad you're motherless, fatherless," because they wouldn't want to see how you act. Which, it was not the best thing to say. And I'm guessing this made DW mad because he started hating on him after he said this. And it was too late to apologize, so Jake was trying to repeatedly apologize, like, oh, I'm really sorry, I shouldn't have said it. It was my fault. Yeah, it was your fault because he started hating on you after you called him parentless and molested him on an online game. And get this. This is like where I'm moving on to the section of him molesting people online. Jake says he is 22. My friend is 17. Not okay. And speaking of which, while he not only molested my friend DW, he tried to say a girl online, which was 15, was his girl. Can you stop those movements? So, speaking of which, he tried to say a girl online was his. Jake did. And she was 15 while he was 22. He basically tried to get her to cheat on her boyfriend with him. She quit Discord. Which, I'm not going to talk about why. Anyways, as I was saying, he was planning to meet up with this girl at a Stardust 2 skating rink. Yeah, it happened a few months ago. He did not meet up with her because she did not go. He did. And he sent screenshots of him being there. So she had an absolute flip attack that, like, he actually went, because he even said on the chat with her, I am going to kidnap you if you go away from your home, since, yeah, your parents are gone for the day, blah 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 blah. He was going to kidnap her at the Stardust 2 skating rink. What the fuck? That's just wrong on so many levels. You don't go to the skating rink to kidnap someone. Just no. So he not only did this to a little girl, but he also did this to a little boy. And I'm not gonna name him either because, like, people started bashing on him for being friends with him at the start because he didn't know what Jake did. I didn't know either, and I befriended Jake at first too. So there should be no right to bash on a kid for not knowing what Jake did in the past. Yeah, Jake started calling him a drag queen on an online game because he liked dressing as a girl. He just liked dressing as a girl and wearing feminine clothes. And I have nothing against that. I have nothing against, if you want to dress like a girl, just dress like a girl. It is your choice if you would like to or not. And Jake, he tried to use this against him. Say, oh my god, you're gay, blah 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 blah. Yes, he was gay. And there's nothing wrong with dressing as a girl on your pixel character. Which is what I do all the time too. And being a female myself, I don't care if a boy dresses as a female. I don't care if a boy likes to wear makeup. It's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to wear makeup or being a drag queen. If that's your hobby, then that's your hobby. There's nothing wrong with it. So basically, Jake is supposedly gay too. And he was being homophobic to him because he liked drag queen. You can't just do that. That's literally just so rude. And honestly, Jake, I would not support him in the LGBTQ community at all. Like, I would not support him in the community at all. Or even in the titles of it. Because being rude to your parent-owned kind, and I have nothing wrong against being transgender either, but Jake has also been accidentally shown himself on camera and tried to blame it on being someone else. He was a little girl. Yeah, he was a little girl. And he tried to put it on being someone else. And we knew for a fact it wasn't someone else because he said she was next to her, or next to him. He said she was next to him. He wasn't even on the camera at all. So most likely he was either lying about her being next to him, or he was over the top of her. Yes, I know, that's what I'm talking about. So there was absolutely nobody next to him. And, like, personally, that's really weird how he was trying to blame it to be someone else. And not much after that, that same girl got on his account and tried to say to one of my older friends, he raped me, blah 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 blah. You don't joke about rape. Yeah, you don't joke about rape, and I actually have foolproof screenshots of him saying it. Which I may just show in a Google Doc if I put it on there. Even if I still have screenshots, because I have a lot of deleted screenshots, but my friends can send me screenshots of what he originally did. So, like, I have nothing against being transgender at all, as I said earlier. But what he was doing with this was not right. He told us in full detail if he was touching himself or not at the moment, which is disgusting. We don't need to know if he's touching himself, but he was going on to tell us that he was touching himself, which I should have mentioned earlier that this would include sexual topics that he did. But he was touching himself, apparently, and he told us in full detail. Oh my god, I'm gonna, it feels so, saying how it feels so good that what he was doing in a cold room, and that I'm about to, no. I'm about to banana, let's say that I'm about to banana. We don't need to know if you're about to banana. And he tried to ask, do you want to hear a call? 1, no. 2, hell no. 3, absolutely not, that's fucking disgusting. 4, why are you even asking if you want to speak on call? And again, speaking of which, speaking on call, next topic. He would basically try to force us to speak on call. Usually call us, ask if we want to say hi. XDDD. My friend that is 15, PB, was told to say, my coochie is hairy, on a call. What the fuck? Absolutely not. I would never, ever want to be asked, can you say my coochie's hairy on call? And PB knew what he was trying to make him say, so he's like, no. And then basically Jake called him a chicken for not wanting to say it on call. In PB's description, he said, I do not want to do anything sexual or anything related to sexual topics because it makes me uncomfortable. In his description on Discord. And basically, every time we try to say, you're making us uncomfortable, please stop, he would either get mad or say, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'll be a good boy, which makes us 100% more uncomfortable. Saying you were going to be a good boy? Please. And I'm telling the full history behind this because, like, that's disgusting. And basically, he gets jealous because someone else likes another person. And liking another person is okay. Like, just because nobody likes you doesn't mean that you should get mad. And I gotta say, I'm literally disgusted by what he does, because molesting minors in pixel games, threatening little kids, or minors or teenagers, still minors, under 18, you don't just do that. So basically everything he does, he tries to turn it around on the person that he molested, which I will say, some of the things he says he does have a point with, that they did go along with it. But some of them did that because they were scared. They are kids. Some don't know better, but teenagers, let's say DW for example, he was 17. He didn't notice until he started apparently putting his... Okay, so Jake is a bear on a game. A robot Fredbear on a pixel Minecraft game. Like, I will show the pixel Minecraft game in a second. So, I will show that game in a second. But he basically pixel molested minors on that game. Which is not okay. They are still minors. Just because it's on a game does not change a thing. It's still a game and they are still minors. And you don't just do that. And knowing that apparently Jake is 22, no, stop it. That's gross, and it's honestly disgusting. I don't know why I prefer to hide his identity on the game, because he really does deserve, I don't like saying it, but he really does deserve to be called out and his identity leaked, but that's illegal. In some countries it's illegal, in some places it's legal. I'm not allowed to do that. But I will say his online identity is Bandit Fredbear Dark, or goes by Fredbread or Danny. I will say that is his online identity, but I'm not going to say his true identity. And it's a hard topic to talk about, like molesting minors, pedophilia, and here's the topic where I get into zoophilia. Zoophilia, so basically, he has a plush of a fox, okay? It's an animal plush of an old friend of mine that he rapes, apparently. And he rapes animals on an online game and says, oh, they're still humans, it's okay, blah blah blah. That's still zoophilia. You're raping an animal, and you're saying they're sexy, they're hot. Oh, I like animals. They're so hot. Oh my god. But he says that is okay because it's on an online game. He says it's okay and age doesn't matter online, blah blah blah. I don't know where you find that okay or normal, but age does matter online, because that is what keeps the online community safe. And honestly, I really should leak some Discord messages he has had in communications with us, because I really should leak some Discord messages. They need to get him banned. He is actually disgusting. His online dad was banned too from his alt account, because let's just not talk about his online dad. His online dad is just disgusting, and like that's where he learned what he does. Like, I will say Jake in 2020 was way better than in 2022, because he's trying to basically impersonate people, molest people, be a pedophile, be a zoophile. Fake identities, and personally identify as someone else. Like, that's not okay. That doesn't make you look cool. That doesn't even make you look tough, as he said. And then he steals people's lines and starts speaking like other people. And not only that, just because Lanchester did something, yeah, Lanchester, apparently an FED, did it for people's safety online, which I do not think that is for safety online, but however he stated it, or was for safety online, yeah. But yeah, basically, on comments, he was stating, like, oh, Yeah. So basically, on the thing, the 12-year-old girl, yeah, my friend Ariana, the 12-year-old girl, 13. He, on the map she posted on the parent workshop, he said, oh yeah, he deserves to die, I want to watch him get shot again, blah blah blah, or I want to watch him get shot, or I want to watch him get killed and eaten by Jonathan. Like ranting about how he wants to see him get killed, or he deserved to die, blah blah blah. Like, I don't know what to say in any way, shape, or form. You don't just say you want to see someone die. That makes you look like a fucking psychopath. And look, my friend DW, yes, he is a bad person. He does bad things. He does some illegal shit, as usual. But he isn't a pedophile. He isn't... They aren't overly illegal things. Like, they aren't things that will kill you or throw, like, hands at you. I'm not gonna go into what he does, but he doesn't rape kids online. He doesn't do sexualization of minors. And how Jake does sexualization of minors, most kids online okay. Speaking of the girl named earlier that he wanted to meet up with, named let's just call her a little bit because that's her online persona. She's 15 to 16 years old in an online game. This game is 12 and above. But it's still really weird to see a 22-year-old on there. Like, I just needed some explanation on it. Why you're on there to... Like, I just want a clear explanation on why he's either lying about his age or why he's either on there in the first place, because most of them are teenagers on there. And so-and-so, that robot girl, was playing the game, and she was 16 to 15 years old. So he technically... She has this person she likes on the game, or she used to like on the game, which she knew out of game too. They used to date. And I'm not going to specify the guy's age either. I'm just going to call him Max. Max and Lobit used to date, blah blah blah. Yes, his actual name first starts with Max. So Max and Lobit used to date. And get this, Lobit is 15. Max, yeah, let's just not talk about him. Lobit's 15, and Jake is 22, and Max, we won't specify his age. She is not a pedophile. And yeah, she is not the pedophile in the situation. That's what I'm going to say. But she was legally allowed to date Max because she was allowed to. She was given legal permission to date Max because she loved Max. Max loved her. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what got it settled. And I'm just not going to explain it. But she used to date Max. And Jake drew... You know that the NSFW anime. NSFW anime of Max and Lobit. So here's your NSFW of Max and Lobit anime, opposite anime, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. If I were to tell you I was grossed out, I would not be lying. But basically, here's your NSFW of Lobit and Max. An adult man raping a little girl. Apparently so. And then he said, "Oh, I apologize for it, I'm so sorry." It's too late to apologize about something you did to a minor and what you did about a minor. You can't just instantly apologize and think it's okay. They're not going to instantly accept your apology. And molesting minors online is... Alcohol does not affect how you act online. Stop. He tried to say alcohol was the thing, and cocaine, or... Yeah, he tried to say, oh yeah, cocaine, alcohol, blah blah blah, Hermsnoff was the thing that made me do that. No, it wasn't. Stop. Like, you're not taking drugs, you're... And every now and then he's like, oh, I'm coughing blood from my mouth, I'm gonna die. And here's the worst thing, he pretends to have committed suicide. And I have his H&S pin, okay? His H&S pin to prove to you he's committed suicide. He didn't commit suicide. He's lying about it. Faking suicide is not cool. That's wrong and disgusting. Like, he's doing it to seek for clout and to get attention. Bitch, stop. Nobody... He's taking depression clout is what I'm saying. And acting like he's gonna commit suicide to try to make us feel bad, or like to make us feel bad for him. Which we tried to help him several fucking times. That like, oh, you're gonna be okay, we can help you. Like, Seaweed Fox was his online therapist that knew how to do correct therapy, and he tried to completely obliterate her, is what I meant, and bashed on her, and she isn't coming online until 2023 apparently, and someone pretending to be her online, which was probably him. I'm not assuming it was, but it probably was him. So, not only was he molesting kids online, he was impersonating people, being a zoophile, being a pedophile, molesting minors. I'm all over the place when I'm speaking about this, but you get what I mean. I know you get what I mean. Obviously, this is a rant post, and this is a drama post about what happened recently. And then again, he said I sounded like my friend and his older friend. Like, no, I don't. Stop it. I sound nothing like your friend. I'm sorry that you think I sound like your friend, but I am not your friend. Not anymore. So basically, obliterating people online. Which you get where I'm going at. Everything he has done online that has no reason behind it, and he tries to make up an excuse saying, oh, they're lying, I didn't do this, and we have foolproof screenshots that he did it. And he starts to be like, no, we were just joking around at that point after we show him the screenshots that we took specifically of what he did. There's a video of him molesting my friend online. A video. And he got sad because a 16-year-old rejected him and said, I don't like you. I didn't know you did this. I didn't know you impersonated people. He got rejected by a guy online and got sad because they didn't like him back after they molested him, kind of. He had no other choice because he was scared. He had to block him on Discord. 16-year-old. He was scared. He's literally a teenager. Drop it. You're molesting teenagers online and you're 22? Act your age, like. And then impersonating people? Look. He is his dad's age now. Act grown up. Stop being an idiot. Molesting people online is not the answer to your no bitches theory. Molesting people online is not the answer, so just stop. Like, it's not okay. And like, concluding this, to explain, molested people online, was a pedophile, impersonated people, bashed on people, threatened little kids, zoophile, necrophile. I'm not going into why he was a necrophile. He wanted... Okay, I'm not explaining it. I'm not going in any way, shape, or form how he was a necrophile. Absolutely not. But yeah, fake suicide for clout. When honestly, I can check if he's online if I wanted to. And I have a friend that can check if he was online either. And yeah, okay. So, I mean, just, I'm not going to know how he's an necrophile, like, when anything about that. But yeah, in the end, I'm gonna get some screenshots from a friend. Of what's going to happen if anything happens. I'm going to get screenshots from a friend to send to y'all. Like, I just don't know what to say. He did all these things, and then he's copying someone's language. I heard he was studying for months of their language and voicing them and copy their skin act on the game, and is impersonating them on the game to get them in trouble so he can get them sent back to jail, which is my friend. He wants to get them sent back to jail after they just got out. Chewy. For like, what, 3-6 months in juvie. And he was, this was before he Yeah, this was before he was grown adult age. He's grown adult age. Apparently, I don't think 18 is a grown adult age. It's just, I don't think that's a good age to me to be an adult. Or be referred to as an adult. You're still technically in your teenage years. I think 20 should be when you should be an adult, because you're still technically in your teenage years as an 18-year-old. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. And like, it has to be 19 or 20 years old is what I think should be changed to the actual adult age. But yeah, he's technically trying to impersonate people. Yeah, everything I specified earlier, he was doing so. Sorry, I was just reading from something from a friend. That's why I was silent for at least like 20 seconds probably. I don't know. My fault. I didn't read. My brain's dead for a second. I don't know where I left off from. I don't know where I left off. Do you remember where I left off at? Oh my fucking god. Okay, pro tip. Make sure you write everything down when you're talking about it, because you eventually just lose what you were talking about. But just to specify all those things again. Just to specify all these things again as to what he was doing, so I completely forgot where I left off at. Necr0philia, Z00philia, pedophile, impersonating people online, taking HNS IDs, trying to pretend to be someone, copying skins, copying names, copying designs to make it look better that they or them, personally. Trying to take out somebody speaks, molesting kids online, threatening minors. Can't remember what it was. Ow. Can't remember what it was. Threatening minors. Meeting up with people that are minors outside of the game, which is one other thing. Which I think should be resolved somehow. And he tries to apologize every single time after he does something, saying that it made him uncomfortable. That it made him uncomfortable. And he didn't even give a fuck about if it made us uncomfortable or not. He didn't give a hell if it made us uncomfortable or not. Like, I'm just going to explain. There is some sexual and nude items on that game, but molesting people online is a whole different level. Especially doing all the other things I mentioned before. But I'm gonna have to, end this soon, because it's like 3:42 a.m. in the morning, and I need to get my friend his saves or whatever. Okay. But yeah, I may just make a Google Doc exposing everything he's done. Probably showing his Discord account, so he's gonna definitely have to create a new Discord. Who knows? And like, I jotted everything down I'm working on a Google Doc personally right now. Me and my friends are working on a Google Doc to actually resolve this whole thing to possibly send to y'all, so y'all can go look at it. We're not gonna put edits allowed on it. Only friends are allowed to edit it. But yeah, we're trying to get this whole thing resolved. And like, if anybody actually needs his email, if someone gets in contact with like Florida State Police Departments, you can just ask me, and I will gladly give you his Gmail or email or anything if they need that information. But I will not give his Gmail away if it means doxing him, or like you're gonna have to give me a full thing as to why you want his Gmail or anything. Because I'm not going to give his Gmail away just for y'all to dox him or anything. Because who knows, he could actually be a little kid or anything of that sort. Yeah, he could be a little kid, anything of the sort. And it's still wrong. He's still in the wrong for still molesting minors, and him being a minor himself. That's still sexualization of minors. He could still go to juvie if he was a minor for doing that, because it is illegal. I think it's illegal in all states. I might be wrong. But this should get resolved soon. It's pretty bad drama, impersonating people online, act. I hope this does get resolved. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna have to figure something out myself. Because, like, I'm not letting that slide. It does not matter how long it takes for me to do, I'm not letting that slide. Especially for that amount of scenery. Like, for the amount of things he has done to minors on a game, nobody's letting him get away with that. That's not gonna happen. You won't be able to get away with molesting minors, being pedophile online, especially being a zoophile. You're not gonna get away with it. So, yeah, we are going to resolve it somehow, as I said again. And I'm going to probably post a Google Doc in a while in the description of the video. Don't mind this video probably being like, I don't know, probably an hour, I don't know. Don't mind this video being like an hour long or something. That doesn't mean you gotta watch it all the way through. It is honestly your choice if you like to hear me talking about trauma at random, because, like, I'm some geek. And I just speak way too much. I go off topic all the time, and then I lose brain. Just thinking about it, I lose brain cells just trying to talk repeatedly about drama. To get it out there about what people do. Which I'm gonna probably start posting more about that. Who knows? I never really intend to speak in videos at all, but that's what I start doing from now on. Don't mind the echo in the room at all, because like if there is any, like it's a new house. But yeah, I'm just gonna end this video real fast. And for all the things I said, I'm going to list them in the description. Yeah, okay.